Hi, I'm Scott Garvey, machinery editor at Grainews magazine. I'm standing inside the visitor center at Agco's Jackson, Minnesota assembly plant. This facility has been home to production of Agco's line of sprayers and high horsepower Challenger tractors for several years, but this year the plants have been expanded to include production of lower horsepower MT600 series Challenger tractors and a sister line 8600 series Massey Fergusons. The plant will also begin to produce the next lower series, the 7600 Massey Fergusons and MT500 Challengers in a few months. To go along with the expanded facility where the tractors are produced, the company has created this Intivity Center, which documents the history of several of the brands in Agco's stable, including Massey Ferguson.
The question of where the name came from, Intivity Center, as we call this facility, that we wanted to positively position Agco along the lines of innovation, but not innovation for innovation's sake, innovation as it relates to making farmers more productive. So innovation where that meets productivity, Intivity Center. Within the Intivity Center, we celebrate innovation past, present, and future, and it's divided up into a number of different exhibits. We start with a rich exploration of how the company came together, and then from there we go into the Massey Ferguson area, and we talk about Massey's global reach and Massey heritage, including some of the biggest innovations are featured. And then we move on to our Agco Power engines, and many of the first, as well as how we use robotic processes and handmade craftsmanship to put these engines together. Then on to the CVT exhibit, then ultimately the Challenger exhibit, where we talk about a rich heritage going back to 1904 when Benjamin Holt had an insight that said he could better serve farmers that were farming in the soft, loamy soils of the Stockton Valley of California if he put a tractor on tracks, and then how that grew and ultimately became the Challenger track tractor. But we talk about many patents that have been issued that cite our innovation, as well as some of the technology that went into affecting site-specific farming, from the early soil action machine, which allowed us to put multiple inputs into the ground in one pass in an economical and environmentally beneficial way, to the early controllers, to the software, to the mechanical systems that conveyed the nutrients to the ground and improved farmer productivity.
Attention guests in the Intivity Center, the next intro session will begin in 3 minutes.
We really think of it as a destination. The plant tour is going to be richly rewarding. They're going to meet firsthand and interact with our line people as we take them from the start of the tour in the plant to ultimately to the delivery bay, where they're going to see firsthand how tractors come off the line, and they, in fact, if they're taking delivery, can participate in a rich ceremony around taking delivery of this wonderful tractor that we build here. And then on to the Intivity Center showroom, where they're, as I explained, they're going to see all the rich innovation, past, present, and future. But we have a hospitality component, we have a souvenir shop, we have a theater, we have meeting rooms, so it really can be an all-inclusive trip, really, for our dealers and their customers and prospects when they come to Jackson, Minnesota.
We're not the number one player in the North American market. We have lots of room to grow, and I think it's important for customers to come in and see, number one, who Agco is, what we're about, but more importantly, what's some of our strategies? Where are we trying to take the North American market? What's our plans? I like to tell our dealers that we're introducing products today at a record pace, but again, those are just the first products that are coming out of that pipeline that we started investing in 3, 4, 5 years ago. So I think our dealers are optimistic in terms of the rubber hits the road, in terms of they're seeing us spend money and they're seeing the results of that money being spent, but they also see, in my opinion, very good times ahead.